Hello, my loves. My name is Vanessa. If you are new here, I talk about all things energy, manifestation. I specifically relate it to weight loss and changing your physical body because at the end of the day, we want to see some tangible 3D experiences, right? It all comes down to energy work. Let's talk about the all-around uproot and upheaval that I feel a lot of people are experiencing right now. Tuning into collective consciousness energy, there is just like tower moments. Everyone is going through like crazy stuff. A lot of my 1997 people, this month we are actually experiencing our Saturn return. So if you feel like shit is just hitting the fan, it probably is, and it's a really good reason. Let's get into it. Tuning into collective consciousness energy, I feel a lot of just inner turmoil going on right now, but it feels like a double-sided sword. It feels like a double-sided situation because a lot of times our manifestations, we're always manifesting. We're always creating our reality. Whether or not we are conscious of it, it is always presently happening depending on the vibration that we're at and the frequency that we're at any given time. So if I want $1 million, but my vibrational match is of $2, guess what I'm getting? $2. You can adjust your vibrational match by addressing your limiting beliefs, what it is that you feel about, these certain things that you're trying to call in on a subconscious, like subatomic level is what we're talking about here. Because we are always manifesting, a lot of the manifestations that are currently in our present reality are things that our past selves manifested. The frequency from a few years ago is now in our reality, and that doesn't really resonate anymore because Dolores Cannon's New Earth theory, the new earth is here. We are in it currently. Like, this is actually happening at this time. New earth is here and it's happening. And what the new earth is basically a split in the realms. People that you may once have been really close to, you no longer talk and you're no longer on the same frequency, and they basically like disappeared. One realm is going to be fully in the matrix, natural disasters, this kind of just ugly energy. Think of like the judgment card and tarot. They didn't go through with their soul purpose, so they are stuck in the 3D, while the other side of things are marching forward. If you're still confused on your purpose at this point, like, you're not paying attention. You're missing the signs. If the universe has told you multiple times to leave a person and you haven't listened, you're falling behind because it's like make or break out here right now. It really is. And this comes back to what we need to let go of in order for the new manifestations to come in, which is why we're being violently upheavaled and violently within these tower moments, because these things need to go if you are serious about calling in these manifestations. I use myself as an example because I'm going through my own uproot as well. I was very convinced regarding a relationship. I was very convinced about it. I was going through with it. I was happy, in a way, and nothing per se happened within the relationship. My guides just weren't leaving me alone. They weren't leaving me alone. They were in my dreams, and I was having like back-to-back, like sweating nightmares regarding this person, regarding his true character. And it just came to a point where like either you listen or you listen, either you are ascending or you're ascending. Like, if you are serious about the manifestations that you are calling in, some shit needs to go. Something needs to go. There are things in your present reality that your past self manifested from a place of lack, from a place of desperation, from a place of not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy. We now know that that's a lie. We are source consciousness, and through that divine truth, through that pillar of truth of we are source, we know that we are divinely worthy of whatever the hell we want. And some things just don't align with that. Some things are closing their eyes to their own truth, and that has nothing to do with you, not anymore. So if you're going through this upheaval, if you're experiencing this like chaotic energy right now of just things leaving your life, take a deep breath, call in your angels, because they're always here. They're always, always, always present with you. And it starts to kind of be like a conversation with the universe. It starts to kind of feel like you're thinking of a certain thing, you know, and you're asking a certain question and a feather falls in front of you. Or your dreams. I find that like communication with my dreams is the strongest communication I have ever received with my guides. And I'm clairvoyant and my dreams tell me the truth always. Set the intention before you go to bed. This is my question. This is what I'm asking for. What's my next step? What does this look like for me? Tell me about this person. And they will come through and they will make sure that it sticks and that you remember it in the morning. At this point, it's just urgent messages because we need to get in alignment. New Earth is here now. Like, we need to start with our soul purpose. And when I talk about soul purpose, it's always in service to others. Always, always, always in service to others, which is why like I'm being called to share my messages from a more authentic place. I am spiritual. I am a spiritual person. Like I fucking love aliens. I go batshit crazy over over that, over starseed stuff, over spiritual, over energy, over the non-physical. Like that's just who I am as a person. And me sitting here telling you that you can lose weight energetically, but telling you about diets, that doesn't really resonate. That doesn't resonate with me because I know from experience it's not a diet. You can change your body using your energy and dropping the old shit that doesn't matter to you anymore. So that's where the collective is at this time, is just we're being uprooted, we're being upheaved, we're going through tower moments, but they are all, and I don't know if you can feel from me, the utter and complete certainty that this is for the best, that this is like divinely placed and divinely guided, and like everything that is happening throughout this tower moment for you and I is for the best. And like, give it to God. Give it to God. That's all you can really do right now. Tune in, start tuning in a little bit more from a heart-centered place. More perspectives are going to start to open up for you. Start calling in your angels at all times. Cut your cords, because you feel, you know, when an energy no longer resonates with you. You feel it. If you are drained after an interaction with someone, that's no longer for you. And the things that are no longer for you cannot stay in your field. They're crowding up the space for your soul tribe. They're crowding up the space for your divine mission. Trust and surrender that everything is going to work out the way that it needs to. Even though it can feel a little hectic right now, make room for the things that you are calling in, because if you're here right now, there's probably something in your life that needs to go. Okay? And that's okay. And maybe it feels scary, and maybe it feels daunting, and maybe you're relapsing with the worst case scenario. Go let yourself experience that worst case, like let yourself think the worst case scenario through, because what you're going to find at the end of that, if I leave this person, I'm gonna have to get a new job, I'm gonna have to do this, I'm gonna have to find a new place, and it's gonna be hard maybe for a few months, and it's gonna be lonely, and it's gonna, you know, like let yourself play it out in your head, so that at the end of that you can see that like that version of you handled it, and that version of you is okay, and you do have the tools and the resources and the knowledge to get through even your worst possible case scenario. You will get through it. Obviously you're not going to experience your worst case scenario, because you are understanding that your vibration and your frequency is what you attract. Get in alignment with what it is that you want. And I think this shift really started, I think there was another mass awakening these past few years, and right now in 2025 as we're talking about it, because of the aliens that are coming in, like the first contact that happened. I feel that kind of propelled a lot of people into a new spiritual awakening. I've had about like 2 or 3 major spiritual awakenings in my life. If you chose to be here at this time, and in this like 2025 to like 2027, we're going to be seeing some really cool shit, and we're going to be pretty much propelled into our desired reality, as long as you can maintain your frequency, maintain your faith, maintain your vibration, know with utter and complete certainty that things are working out. So if you have negative beliefs about your luck, if you have limiting beliefs about, you know, this is just how my life is and I am this person, how I always talk about on my page, I'm very centered around weight loss specifically. I've always been big, my family's always been big, so this is who I am, you know, like that, it needs to go. Otherwise you are going to stay stuck. I know so many people still in the rat race, you know, still struggling every single day, and I have to go to work, and I have to, and I have to, and I have to, and I have to, and I have to. You do have to, because that's what you're creating. Yeah, you do. You better get your ass to work, because that's the only thing that you're allowing yourself to experience. The 3D doesn't dictate your mind. You dictate the 3D with your mind. Now, this is proven time and time and again. So, you know, at this point, it's like, if you're going through some major shit, release what no longer serves you. People, places, situations. Call your energy back to you. Cut your cords. Cut your energetic cords. We don't need any more energy vampires anywhere near us. You need to be at full capacity in order to fulfill your divine mission that God put you on this planet to fulfill. You came here with a divine mission. This needed to happen. The uproot, the upheaval, the situations that you're going through right now needed to happen, and that's okay. Keep going. Maintain your frequency, maintain the vibration. If you're having trouble with it, there's one-on-one coaching if you want to get together and truly work on those limiting beliefs so you can ascend from here. And as always, you got this, bestie. Deep breaths. You got this.